Yo, welcome to another edition of the Teddy Mac Show. Thanks for coming out, y'all. Thanks for spending your time with me. I knew you could be doing something else, but thanks for listening to me run my mouth and babble. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, motherfucker. Thank you. Now, today, we're going to be talking about a hashtag I started, Veldo, which means vote every lunatic Democrat out. Because these Democrats are straight lunatics, man. I don't know what the Democrats done turned into, but they some straight up lunatics now, man, and I can't roll with this. The Democrat Party starting to look like the black church now. You know, I mean, it's a bunch of pathetic, whiny people sitting up there running their mouth, talking about all this old crazy. I don't know what the hell this dude talking about up here. This one moist dude up here. He talking about you got to have 2 men, 2 women, a non-binary, which means 2 in the possible, 2 in the possible. I don't know what you got to have. But this is reached levels of insanity that I don't understand how people can wrap their head around it. At this point right now, if you still rolling with the Democrat Party, you're a cult member. You're part of a cult. That's the only way to explain it. It's no other way to explain it. You are part of a cult because there's no way in the world that you are an independent thinker any type of way. It's no way possible that you use any type of logical common sense when you look at this type of stuff. Look, black people, y'all need to stop looking at this stuff by emotions. Forget your emotions. Look at these policies. Look at how this stuff is affecting your life. Look at what just happened over the past 4 years. You mean to tell me that you think you was in a good position over the last 4 years? You like paying $3 or $4 or $5 for a gallon of gas? Now I know things are still gonna be kind of high because this ain't no light switch you turn off and on. I know a lot of you people are used to microwave type shit. Y'all used to the microwave. Y'all think everything's supposed to be done in 30 seconds or less, a minute or less. It takes time to unscrew up the screw up because things have been totally screwed up. So it's time, we're going to need time to unscrew this up so we can get back on the right track. So basically right now, if Kamala Harris is in office, you will be looking at some serious inflation. It will be going in the wrong direction. At least right now, we finding out where all the waste, fraud, and abuse is, and we at least gonna get a lid on stuff. So give it a few months to turn stuff around. The man just got in office. He ain't been in there a good month yet. Okay? The man been there January the 20th, and it's not even February the 20th. So get a man time to get stuff going on. We still in the first 100 days. He got to even the playing field because you need to look at the other video I done on these people not being your friend, and you need to stay about this immigration thing and let this thing play out because those people are not your friend. Okay? These Democrats have created a crisis and they've been stealing from us for I don't know how long. And you people need to wake up and get off the goddamn Democrat plantation. Because if you do your real history, you will know that the Democrat Party was not our party. The Republican Party was our party. Okay? Y'all told Abraham Lincoln so great. Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. So why are you a Democrat? The Democrats fought to keep you in slavery another 200 years. If it wasn't for them losing the Civil War, we would still be in slavery right now. Well, when did the slavery? When did the Civil War? When did it end? 1860. Okay, what's 200 years from 1860? 1960, 2060, and we in 2025. Okay, so up to 2060. And a matter of fact, they right, because a lot of people are still slaves in their mind. A lot of people don't even know that they still in the plantation, and they follow them, but and all these policies and their lack of this is destroying them. Let me tell you something. At this point, you couldn't pay me to be a Democrat with these type of people they got in here now. Look at the leadership that they have in the Democrat Party right now. These people are batshit crazy.
So who will lead the Democratic Party? Maybe this guy. The DNC just elected the new leader over the weekend. His name is Ken Martin, Minnesota's party leader. He once called President Trump, quote unquote, a traitor. The event had some cringe-worthy moments. Take a watch.
I have a show of hands. How many of you believe that racism and misogyny played a role in Vice President Harris's defeat? Okay. So that's good. You all passed.
With the results of the previous elections, our elected officers at this point are currently...
Now, y'all listen close to this weirdo right here. Because this weirdo right here, boy, I don't know what he thinking. This is crazy as hell right here. Listen to this.
2 male and 2 female. In order to be gender balanced, we must add 1 male, 1 female, and 1 person of any gender. We shall overcome.
Now, hold up. This man said that you need 2 females, 2 males, and somebody of any other gender. Now, what other gender we got? Now, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me take this back. Maybe I must have misunderstood this. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Female and 1 person of any balance. We must add 1 male, 1 female, and 1 person of any gender. We shall.
Now, wait a minute. 1 male, 1 female, and 1 from any gender. So wait a minute. Hold up. So what are we supposed to have? 2 females, 2 males? Because whatever gender is it? I don't understand. Dude ain't making no sense to me. I don't understand what he mean by that. Well, what he talking about? And then you got this mammy right here, this big mammy right here singing. I'm so sick of these Negro spirituals, man. I swear to God, I am tired the hell of Negro spirituals. Please stop singing this "We Shall Overcome" shit. Please stop singing it. What you mean we shall overcome? Look at all the stuff that black people have accomplished and still accomplishing right now. And you're talking about we shall overcome. We shall overcome what? You need to overcome yourself, because you are basically telling yourself that you can't do nothing. Because if you still think you need to overcome, I don't know where you at, shawty.
I'll overcome today.
And what's up with these eyelashes, shawty? What is up with these eyelashes? Ladies, please stop wearing these eyelashes. You look dumb. She looks stupid up there. I can't do it. These women don't even turn me on with that shit. It does nothing for me. Okay, now what we got? The DNC is in shambles. So let's sing. I know that's right. The DNC official demands the DNC elect a non-binary person for a leadership position. They still don't understand why they lost, which is true. No idea why they lost. They're going to keep taking L's because they don't know why they lost. Well, let's keep going.
Well, conservatives had a field day on social media. One said the DNC is in shambles, so let's sing. Libs of TikTok called it beyond parody, and Mark Thiessen posted no idea why they lost. Meanwhile, a New York Times piece highlights party problems in Trump's second term. And one Democratic congresswoman says the party has no coherent message. The Times interviewed more than 50 Democratic leaders, revealing a party struggling to decide what it believes in, what issues to prioritize, and how to confront the Trump administration. Here's a quote. As Democrats face the reality of President Trump's second term, they share a fundamental belief. This moment calls for an inspirational message from their party. They just cannot decide what exactly that should be. Power panel now, David Christopher Kaufman, New York Post columnist and editor, and Jose Aristimuño, former DNC deputy press secretary. Gentlemen, great to see you. Jose, I'm going to start with you. Mr. Martin, now heading up the DNC. Tell us about him. How is he going to change things for your party?
Look, Harris, he's a pretty moderate Democrat. He knows the operations of the DNC. He knows how to run state parties, and that matters because one thing is the messaging at the national level, but the messaging at the state level is much more important. He, in the messaging or in the speeches that he gave right towards this election, he talked a lot about the working class, and that's the way that the party should be run. We should go back to the table, the kitchen table issues that the American people care about: the economy, border security, healthcare. Those are the issues that Democrats have always stood for, but obviously they failed to do that in the last couple of years, and that's why we keep losing.
So, David, yeah, they didn't do that, and this is the man who's going to do that for him. Have you looked closely? Is this going to work?
It's only going to work if we see an end to business as usual politics from the Democrats. I mean, in the words of famed Israeli foreign minister, the Democrats have never failed to miss an opportunity to change their message, and they did that this weekend. Instead of talking about these basic issues such as the economy, they were focused on litmus tests and gender ideology and holding benedictions for native lands. But what about groceries? What about crime? What about Social Security? What about all of the issues?
Exactly. What about the real issues? This dude up there crying like a woman. You see dude up there crying and hugging the guy. Oh my God. They up there crying with the dude. What, man? Come on, dude. You up there crying, man. Come on, man. Pull yourself together. That's why they losing, man, with all this weak leadership. I'm going to tell you something. Let the women and the homosexuals have the Democrat Party, and the men and the logical, common sense people who trying to move forward, come on over to the Republicans. Or if you don't want to be a Republican, be an independent, or create another party. But the Democrat Party is toxic. Black people need to get away from it, man. Black people need to get away from it. You've been the pawn for it. And guess what? I'm going to tell you something. Y'all don't see the blessing in it now. But I'm going to tell you something. Once the smoke clear and you start seeing how things start turning out, you're going to start seeing that, this was the best move. Kamala would have buried you. She would have had so many illegals in your neighborhoods, man. She would have had so much crime going on. It would have been this country would have been so. Look, this woman blew $1.5 billion in less than 2 months. I don't know too many people can do that. Now, I couldn't blow $1.5 billion in 2 months, but I can invest $1.5 billion in 2 months. I might not have none of the cash to show for it, but I have the assets and the investments to show for it. But look at what she did with just the campaign money, $1.5 billion. Imagine our national deficit would look like in 4 more years. Imagine what our relationships would look like with foreign affairs in 4 more years. Imagine the respect that we would have around the world in 4 more years with her giggling and cackling and scared to meet up with the other world leaders because she know that they some straight up killers, and she's sitting up there cackling and giggling, and she got voted in on some DEI crap. That's another thing I'm glad it's gone, that DEI crap, because that ain't nothing but a cop out. Any black person think that they need DEI to achieve and move forward, then you lost, bro. You lost. Because we don't need that. You don't need that hand up program, no DEI crap, somebody to hand you a position you don't deserve. Dig in and work for it. Become qualified for it and deserve the position. But all that somebody giving you a job because you black or whatever, gender or whatever, who you like to sleep with, I'm glad that shit is over. Straight up. Because it's too many morons in charge as it is now. So let's get back into this.
That voters are clearly focused on. The voters have made clear they support President Trump when it comes to his opinion around immigration. They support President Trump when it comes to his views on gender issues. They support President Trump when it comes to his views on the Middle East and Gaza and Israel.
Mm-hmm.
They don't support, the voters are not supportive of the Democrats and in the way they've been handling things so far.
Yeah, the list you gave, I'm always wondering, I mean, as leaders, why can't they do all of it? Why do they just have to pick the one lane? If they want to concentrate on more cultural issues, that's fine, but put something else on your plate so everybody's got something. A recent Quinnipiac poll, shows 57% of voters have an unfavorable view of the party. And this is the highest percentage of voters having an unfavorable opinion of the Democratic Party since that poll was first asking questions in November of 2008. Jose, this is not only a slippery slope. I mean, I would have thought that you might pick more of a firebrand for your party to lead the way. I mean, people have, again, got to get to know someone on their own time, like they had to with Vice President Kamala Harris.
Yeah, something's got to change, Harris. If we look at the economic data since the 1930s, after the Great Depression, most prosperous economic times in America have been under a Democratic president. So we can do this. We know how to run economies. We know how to grow economy. We've done it time and time again. But again, the messaging has to go back to the economy. We have to, my belief is that we have to defend ourselves and argue in an intelligent manner, not screaming at President Trump, working with him in the things that we can, and challenging him in the things that we disagree with him.
Well, I will say this, 12 of the last 16 years, there has been a Democrat in the office, but it's also fair to add Trump's first term into that economic talk. I mean, he brought down unemployment and raised the number of jobs for Black men in particular in this country. And Democrats had better respect that because that's part of the voting bloc that they lost. Now to this, James Carville took a shot at Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Democrats in a recent discussion about their election loss.
We ran a presidential election. If we were playing a Super Bowl, we started our 7th string quarterback. And none of this was inevitable. Joe Biden stands over this disaster like a colossus. I don't care how good a man you are. And till Democrats learn that, and quit keeping their head in the cloud and talking goofy language that no one else talks, or we got to be, nice to people. Screw that, run over them.
Oh my goodness. Just step away from the violent talk just for a second, David.
Yeah, I mean, I think what he's saying here is that this ongoing message that the Democrats are giving, that focusing on the same sort of issues. We already know that. As someone I'm African American, I'm LGBT. I know that the Democrats are concerned about me for these issues. But I personally am much more interested in how much does it cost to feed my family? How am I going to make the mortgage? I'm concerned about safety in cities like New York that have become lawless. These are the things that I'm concerned about today, and these are the messages that Democrats need to focus on.
All right, 10 seconds, Jose.
I mean, I agree. Look, we care about LGBT. We care about a bunch of issues as Democrats, but we got to get them right in the right order when it comes to our priorities. We didn't do that with the economy, and that's what we lost. But I know we
Listen
can
to
change. We can
Senator
turn things
John
around, and I think we
Fetterman.
will.
He might be the new leader of your party. Thanks for watching Outnumbered as Me.
I mean, I don't understand what the priority is with the with the LGBT stuff. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand why that's such a priority. I mean, it's just special rights. It's just special privileges for a group of people. That's all it is. I mean, nobody ever treated a person screwed up. Look, who cares who you sleep with? Why you got to wash somebody's face with it? I mean, for somebody around you and they got a good gaydar, they can kind of see something sweet about you, whatever. But it don't matter. I mean, it ain't nothing new. I mean, I remember my whole life coming up around dudes who were a little fruity or whatever, and it wasn't no big deal. Ain't nobody mess with them. You know, it was certain. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it was certain guys that were kind of messed up in certain areas, whatever. And some homosexuals was victimized back in the day, you know, but that was only special cases. It wasn't like no big movement to go attack homosexuals for no good reason or whatever. It was never that. So for them to try to get all these special privileges and rights and everything, that just makes no logical sense to me. I mean, just be a good human being. Why you want somebody to care about who you like to sleep with? Who cares? Who cares who you want to sleep with? I can care less who you want to sleep with. So what? Big deal. Sleep with who you want to sleep with. That's your business. But don't wash my face with it. But I'm gonna tell you something. These Democrats, forget it, man. If that's your leadership, forget it. If your only thing is talking about this rights and that rights and immigrants and all this other stuff, and man, look, forget it, because that's not going to push the country forward. The reason why Trump got everybody attention, because he's talking about the things that's really pushing the country forward and the things that's really affecting people. The prices of everything, the conditions of everything, the crime that is risen in a lot of areas, the dysfunction. Not only with that, but the dysfunction in the whole world, in the communities and everything. All these people keep sitting up, all these women keep sitting up generational welfare, having babies all over the place, knowing they can't take care of it, and they just depending on welfare and taxpayers to keep paying for that crap. And it then turned into a big hustle. Because a lot of them don't even really utilize the benefits the way it's supposed to be utilized. Okay, somebody may need some help. That's cool. I'm for giving a person some help if they need it. But all this generational welfare crap, situations where the grandma was on welfare, the great grandma was on welfare, the mother was on welfare, the daughter on welfare, the granddaughter on welfare, the great granddaughter on welfare. Come on, man, cut that out. You know, they got the program with the Section 8, if I'm not mistaken, where if the mother is in the Section 8 and something happened or she died, whatever, she could pass the Section 8 on like a generational thing to the next one. What kind of crap is that? That's not giving nobody no incentive to want to be better. That's not giving nobody no incentive to want to build nothing bigger than that. That's just basically enforcing mediocrity. That's enforcing a situation where a person don't want to do no better. They just become complacent with just having babies and just accepting handouts. And that's not a good thing. You know, and then you complain because you're not getting certain things, or you mad because Trump came in and cut this program and that program. Let me tell you who's not worried about the programs Trump cutting. The women who are married and have families. They don't give a damn. As a unit, they might have to dig in a little harder and fight together. But that woman is basically insulated from the crap you're not insulated from. You exposed. Because she got her man right next to her fighting for her best interest. You made the government and the man. You made the government and the welfare system and all these handouts your man. So you got to go at the will of the government because you made that your man. Now, had you been married and had a husband right there to dig in with you, then you all could square your own shit away together by yourselves. But being is that you made yourself subject to the system, so now you got to roll with the system. So now Trump said you got to work 30 hours a week, so you got to work 30 hours a week. Welcome to the terror dome, like Public Enemy used to say. Welcome to the terror dome. Come on out here and get to work. It ain't strange to none of us out here. We took care of you long enough. Now it's time for you to get up and stand on your own 2 feet and do your thing and feed your kids and feed yourself and be responsible like we have. Because you've been lied to too long. Somebody done told you that you were special when you really ain't that special. You need to get it together. This welfare system has turned y'all into straight up cult members for the Democrats. Because all y'all women vote for is handouts, programs, handouts, advantages, entitlements. That's all y'all vote for. Y'all don't vote for family structure and vote for real foundation in your life. So long as you want to stay subjected to the government, then you got to deal with their BS, and that's just what it is. So I just want to share that with y'all. Let y'all know the Democrats, forget it. With what we just saw in this video, if you still willing to stand up with this dude talking about you need a man, a woman, and a non-binary or one that don't identify, look, what kind of crap is that, man? These people are sick. These people are weirdos. They sick. They need psychological help. They need counseling is what they need. They don't need to be out here trying to run nothing. Because you got everybody sitting up there crazy as hell. And especially that woman with the bald head that looked like, I don't know what that, I forget the dude's name, but she got a dude in the face. And she bald head, and she just, I don't know what is wrong with these women. The more degrees they get, the dumber they get. I mean, I don't understand it. It's just crazy. But look, y'all like, share, subscribe, share the video, comment, share, subscribe, do whatever. Man, this is crazy. I'm speechless right now. You know, and I'm about to end this madness. And until next time, I see you again. And I'm out.